Hello, my royal lovelies. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, welcome to my home. In today's video, I want to talk about one of the things that drives Meghan. Jealousy. Absolute, unadulterated, pure jealousy. This is what drives Meghan, and I think this is the one character trait of Meghan that is mainly responsible for almost all the damage that she has been inflicting over recent years. There are, of course, other character traits, but the one I want to talk about today is indeed jealousy. So we'll touch on some of the things and aspects of Meghan's life where I think she is a jealous copycat, to say the least. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to jealousy is William and Catherine. I think Meghan is insane in the membrane jealous of William and Catherine. She is just so vexed that Harry was not the firstborn son, and that William was already taken by the delightful and lovely Catherine. And Meghan could not cope with being sort of married to the spare. I think Harry most definitely has had spare issues all of his life. But, I mean, unjustified spare issues, I must say. But Meghan most definitely did not want to be second best. She did not want to be second fiddle. She did not want to bow and scrape those big, massive curtsies that she does, the exaggerated ones. Just shows pure jealousy. In the Netflix documentary, when she did that big, exaggerated curtsy, where Harry pulled that face like, what the hell are you doing? And Meghan could not stand the fact that Catherine had a path. She had a progression path, almost a career path, if you like, a destiny path. Meghan was only ever going to be Duchess of Sussex. She was not going to be anything else. There were not any higher titles where Meghan could climb. She had reached the royal glass ceiling, and that, I think, was insanely unpalatable for the career-hungry Meghan. Whereas Catherine, was at the time was Duchess of Cambridge, was going to be Princess of Wales, was going to be the Queen of England. Well, Queen Consort of England, when William ascended to the throne after his father. So there was a clear path for William and Catherine, whereas Harry and Meghan were, at this one level, and the world was their oyster. They could have made the most of it, but I think jealousy most definitely got in the way there. Also, the wealth. William was going to inherit all of the wealth of the royal family, the homes, the jewels, all the cash in the bank, everything. Harry most definitely would probably have got something. I don't know about now, whether or not, he will stand to get the same as what he would if he'd stayed working royal is a matter for King Charles. But William was going to inherit pretty much everything, sovereign to sovereign transfer. And I think that made Meghan insanely jealous. I also think, this jealousy of her friends being able to spend their money as they wanted, and Meghan having to be accountable to the British taxpayer, I think was rather unpalatable for Meghan. And I think she was insanely jealous of her much wealthier friends who could do pretty much what they wanted to do. Next, I think she is jealous now of Catherine's relationship with King Charles. They have been bonding over recent events, but also they've bonded over a much longer time period than when Meghan was in the royal family. Yes, King Charles, as Prince of Wales, offered to walk her down the aisle, but the relationship between the King and Catherine is most definitely a strong one. I think Catherine is well respected by the King behind the scenes. She is a very strong-willed character, and I think when she speaks, she is listened to. Whereas Meghan came in with all these ideas, all these Megsy baby ideas, I'm going to shake my pearls. And all of them were rejected and poo-pooed. She was rocking the boat too much. Whereas Catherine has played the kind of longer, slower game. She's, gained that respect from within the royal family. And that level of respect that Catherine holds makes Meghan insanely jealous, which was one of the reasons why she wanted to rip Harry away from his family. You take away that stable family support. This is what narcissists do. I want to move on quite quickly to Samantha Markle's relationship with their dad. And I think Meghan is insanely jealous of that as well. Meghan wants relationships with anybody as long as they are on her terms, and the people that she's having the relationship with are useful to her at any given time. So as soon as her father became dispensable, she dropped him like a sack of hot potatoes. And then I think she became incessantly jealous of Samantha's renewed relationship with their father. And I think this drives Meghan into a fit of absolute frenzy. So we'll talk about that in an upcoming video as well, I think. Also, I think she is insanely jealous of her celebrity friends. I touched on that a little bit earlier. Oprah, the Kardashians, the Obamas, Tyler Perry, anyone in that kind of orbit, anyone that lives in the area, she wants to do better than what they do. She wants everything that they have got, and she now has to work for it. She's trying to use those titles, those styles that she has. She's trying to pimp out her children. You just watch this space. Somebody commented in the video, I don't think that Meghan's lines of American Riviera orchard is going to be successful. I think the initial, don't confuse what I said in the previous video. I think the initial run will sell. I think her supporters will save up to buy a $45 jar of honey or whatever it's going to be. But it won't be repeat purchases. And also, I think to make it look good, I think Meghan will try and do a little bit of fiddling with the figures. So I think she'll have a very small initial run of everything. So she might have 10 jars of honey, 10 jars of jam. Well, it's quite easy to sell 10 jars of anything. And then she'll slap on the website, sold out, Megsy baby, sold out. And really, she's only sold like 10 or 20. So I think that is a tactic she will use. But post that, repeat purchases, I think it will be an absolute flop. So she's insanely jealous of her celebrity friends or people that she considers to be in her orbit. And I do say consider because they are much more advanced than what Meghan is, let's put it this way. So she looks at Gwyneth Paltrow with Goop, and she looks at Oprah with all her endeavours, the Obamas, Tyler Perry, all very successful people, and she wants a slice. And she doesn't care who she steps on to get what she wants. Poor Richard Christensen, we spoke about him in yesterday's video. He has been stomped all over. She copied his plan and then basically replicated his business in her own image and name. She was insanely jealous of Richard and what he had achieved, and she can't stand anyone else having even an ounce of success. She likes only for herself to be up there. She likes to be the one stealing the ideas, and that's the issue. She hasn't got the ideas. So I think she's very jealous of her sort of friends or people that she considers to be in her orbit. Now, Hugh Grosvenor's upcoming wedding, the Duke of Westminster. Harry and William were invited along with Catherine and Meghan, their respective partners. Now, we believe that Harry turned down the invitation, and we don't think William and Catherine are going because of, obviously, Catherine's health issues. The wedding is due to be on the 7th of June at Chester Cathedral, so it's going to be the high society wedding of the year. So you would expect that it's a place to be seen. It's a place to be seen at. The envy, to get an invite would be the envy of high society. So, why have Harry and Meghan turned it down? Well, one reason is the distance, but we know that Harry can just hop on a plane and get over here as quickly as possible when it's unwarranted. So for a planned wedding, I think it's possible that they could have turned up. Why haven't they? I think they've turned it down because Meghan is insanely jealous that she did not bag the Duke of Westminster. He arguably is an entirely better catch than Prince Harry. He's richer, he's got the freedom, he's starting new businesses. He is a billionaire. He owns vast tracts of land which he has inherited all across the country, and he is insanely wealthy. You know, he can do whatever he wants with his own money, whereas Prince Harry could not. So Meghan married for status. She married for titles. She married for what she assumed was going to be wealth and freedom to do with that wealth, as she pleased. And what she got was something that was very, very restrictive. And she is insanely jealous of anyone marrying better than what she is. So I think that's the real reason. She does not want to go and be hit by pangs of jealousy. Also, I don't think she wanted to be in the same orbit as William and Catherine. Catherine, obviously, would look absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and Meghan would have to try and keep up, which is always a struggle when she has baggy clothes and wrinkles everywhere and those chicken legs out. I mean, my goodness. Catherine is a hard act to follow, which again makes Meghan insanely jealous. The jewellery as well. Meghan only has sort of limited jewellery. I'm sure she might bust out the Diana aquamarine ring. I'm calling it Diana's ring, of course, because we don't want to think of whose finger it now resides on, or whose claw it now resides on. So I also think that she's insanely jealous of the royal life that she abandoned. I know, what a mind, bend that is. Because they are trying to emulate it at every single twist and turn. The monograms being used, the ciphers, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, the office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are trying to have a kind of mock royal court in Montecito, trying to emulate what the royals do on Remembrance Sunday and hiring photographers to capture them doing it. All of the engagements they go on that are highly planned, where their team sends out, information of what to do and what not to do and blah, blah, blah. And that we're going to video it and it could be used for this or that or whatever. And really, it's just being filmed for PR for Netflix. My goodness. Insanely jealous of royal life. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have I missed anything that Meghan is insanely jealous of? Do let me know. So the jewellery today, I'm wearing a replica Queen Elizabeth Jardine star brooch, 2 strands of pearls, my own pearl, the Diana aquamarine ring, and of course the Greville or honeycomb tiara, which I really love. Nice bit of sparkle. The gemstone for April is diamond. Right, I'm off. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media. And of course, do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So from me, mwah to you all, and goodbye.